sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end you doesn't happen without you, and we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
There was a time, and it wasn't very long ago, Mike, that this guy was trending towards becoming one of the best quarterbacks in the entire NFL. He has to find a way to get back to stacking strong performances, one after another, and keep his team in the hunt. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out, but if he plays well, his team is always going to have a strong chance of winning.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. He'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Three plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Watson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
3rd and short. You think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Watson. A throw, right side, taken by Njoku. A run straight ahead, that's Ford. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down. Up the middle, here's Ford. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Shotgun snap to Watson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
Well, this is how you dream up the opening script. You get the ball first, and you want to go down and set the tone for the rest of the game. Well, it looks like the coaches did a great job when they built that script during the week. With that big-time throw, they got a shot now with 1st and goal to end this opening drive with a touchdown.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Britton Covey now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Third down, 3 to go. Man in motion is Smith. He's going to air this one out looking for Dotson. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and They're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. First and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. So after one, 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. It's Watson out of the pistol. This throw left is complete with Judy. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll try and run for the first down. It's 4. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the first down.
Watson going to give it to Chubb. He'll push forward for about a yard. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
3rd down and 9. Here's Watson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On play action, it's Watson. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Slay.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, and maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. Crochet to return it. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Second and 7. Watson. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This pass caught by Judy. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Watson to throw again. His throw left side is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Again, it's Watson. He keeps it himself. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Watson. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Right back to Judy. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw is Watson. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. They send Britton Covey back deep, and that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Backed up to his own goal line, Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Dotson, the man in motion. A first down throw for Hurts. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
That's caught Saquon Barkley. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll try to run for it.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. He'll run again. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down. 15 yards the pickup. Good for a first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here's Barkley. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Here's Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Hurts to the air on first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And the Eagles are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That's good for 11 and a first down. Ball sitting on the 3. It is 1st down and goal. Man in motion is Smith. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's hauled in at the 2. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually.
And this will pay off. It is caught. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game. They don't have enough guys to account for everyone in the passing game, and results in an easy touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Shotgun snap to Watson. To the left side, he's got Njoku. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Watson. He's got his man complete. That's Judy.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Watson. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Here's a screen set up for 4. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down. He gets it up past the 30 to the 32.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And That's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to be third down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now he takes off. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This a potential game winner. Got the distance, and it's good! He knocks it through from long range. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Pierre Strong on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He'll look underneath and find Ford. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Watson to throw. He's going to keep it himself. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Watson. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On play action, it's Watson. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there, and we're likely down to a final snap.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Looking deep here for Tillman. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick, and they walk away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.